A new day has arrived in Atlas Earth. Openboosters has fallen, and there is a new president. His name is Stealth G605. Everyone, this is another Atlas Earth video. I originally had another video planned for this day. Originally it was going to be the Atlas Earth review, then it became the Microsoft Rewards review. They're being pushed back because this is a little bit more important. At least big Atlas Earth news, this doesn't happen every single day. Coming out of the blue, alongside a new update that is rumored to contain the golfing minigame. Stealth G605 has overtaken Openboosters for the top spot, and he has, Openboosters I should say, conceded the number one spot, ending a 2-year reign that had him in battles against Atlas Master, Artorias 2718, Sleepy OB, but Sleepy OB was not legitimate. So, congratulations to Stealth, but I wasn't going to get by on this video without talking about the math behind Stealth G605's rise and eventual takeover. Now, a lot of this is going to be just me making guesstimates. I'm going by numbers that I have been given from a comment by Openboosters as well regarding bonuses for the presidency. And then I got a little bit of help from Artorias and Fragment. And I got some numbers regarding the governorship as well. Did a little bit of extrapolation there, and I thought I would kind of make a bit of a case as to why somebody who might have a lot of money that would be going for president would want to do what Stealth did and spend as much money as he did. So let's get to that. So the 4 questions we're going to answer here are: 1, how much did he spend? 2nd, how much he's earning right now at this very moment. 3rd, how many Atlas bucks is he getting off of his mayor, governor, and president bonuses? And then I'm going to bring it all together in the final question and talk about his projected annual return on investment / time to return. So we're going to start by making a few educated assumptions about Stealth G605. So first off, we're going to assume that he currently has 23,800 parcels, because that's how much he has as of the time of this recording. Now we're going to assume that he only buys Atlas bucks in the 54,000 Atlas buck package for $1,999. I honestly would be very surprised, with as much as he's bought over 2 million Atlas bucks, that he has not used that he would use another package. We're also going to assume that he makes anywhere between 10 to 15 parcels a day with his governorship, and I have a more educated kind of math backing up on the 3rd question regarding that. I'm going with that he has been governor for about 30 days, and he averages about 13 parcels a day with his bonuses up to this point. So we're going to say about 400 of those parcels are rewards, just a nice even number. We also noticed that he has a level 5 passport, so we're going to add back about 200 parcels towards the badges, because you need about 20,200 Atlas bucks in order to get those badges, and we're going to subtract 200 of them for like certain bonuses. Maybe he got a referral, maybe he came in during the tutorial era so that he got an extra 150 Atlas bucks, 100 for the tutorial, 100 for the phone number, and I think 50 for the text messages. And then maybe for the referral, another 200. But I'm going to go ahead and just keep it nice and even and just say that we'll add back 200 parcels worth of badges. Now, we'll start with the first question, because that's going to be really easy at this point. How much has he been spending? So he has spent about 23,600 parcels of rewards, and we're going to multiply that by $3.70 a parcel. That is 540 parcels for $1,999. And that means he has spent $87,320 plus taxes. Now, the state sales tax of South Dakota is 4.2%, but many cities in that area also have an additional sales tax put on top of that. Now, he was first, and apparently the top of his list, he is mayor of Mitchell. So that was on the top of his list. So we're going to assume that he lives in Mitchell, and we're going to tack on another 2% to that for a tax rate of 6.2%. And if we multiply that up by our 87,320, then that means he has spent about $5,413.84 in taxes for a, extrapolate again, educated guess, grand total of $92,733.84. So here is where we're going to start. His initial investment is about $92,733.84, give or take. Now we're going to start talking about how much he is making at this very moment. Now we're going to use atlasearthcalculator.com here, and again, I keep telling KC Fan over on the server, I'm going to formally introduce this to you all eventually as part of my Beer Money Network projects video. That's going to come down in a couple weeks. And this is the second time I'm having to use it in a pinch because this just saves me a lot of time and keeps me from throwing numbers and luckiest guy font on the screen. So again, sorry to KC Fan who created this. You will get your video soon alongside those other projects. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead now and input those numbers, so give me a minute. Okay, I finished inputting in the numbers. I didn't fix a lot of this. I should probably add his username here so that way people are not confused. This was not his start date. Don't mind any of this stuff here. What we're looking at is his per day, and his per day amount when boosted is approximately $8.15 per day. By the way, when I checked his profile, I also noticed that these parcels actually add up to $23,798. So that's weird. I don't know where the other two parcels went. Anyway, he gets about $8.15 per day, and per 32-hour super rent boost, he gets $271.74. Now, we are assuming that he does he does all the boosts. And he does get one rent boost a month. And with that, with the ad boost, what we get is his monthly amount that he earns will be $509.01 per month, or $6,108 per year. Now remember this, I'm actually going to take it and round it to the nearest hundredths, the nearest penny here. So $6,108.22, this is his starting speed of money that he is earning to get back his investment. All right, we're done with part 2. We're going to move on to the third question. All right, so to find the number of bonus Atlas bucks he gets without having to spend another dime in his life, we're going to start by adding his presidency. So the presidency is the easy part because Openboosters has confirmed it for us on a comment in his video, his concession video, that is that the presidency is worth around 2,500 Atlas bucks a day. That means that approximately 125 players or so are getting that US badge on average per day. Now, I'm not sure if that number is sustainable over several years, unless Atlas Earth gets Pokemon Go level downloads, but we are going to use this number just for this in the, going forward. Now we're going to get to the tougher stuff here. We'll talk about the governor spots. Now, I had talked with a couple governors that are in our Discord server, which, by the way, you should check out, link on the description below. Artorias 2718, who was president for all of 16 total hours. I want to talk to him about his Utah governorship. So he told me that in Utah, he averages around 80 Atlas bucks a day. Not bad. And I think about 40 to 60 of them, I believe, is for the state of Utah. So that's what we found out for that one. Fragment 23 is governor of New Mexico, and he gets around 20 to 40 Atlas bucks a day in New Mexico, which is population-wise a smaller state. Now, I did run the numbers for the populations of Utah and Mexico. The population of Utah is extrapolated around 3.34 million people, and New Mexico is 2.12 million. So, based on this, I did divide up the total Atlas bucks a day by the number of people. Well, I should say the other way around. The number of people divided by the number of Atlas bucks a day. And based on this, I can extrapolate that your expected value for the governorship is around 1 Atlas buck per day for every 65 to 70,000 people. And I want nice and clean numbers, so I'm going to go with 70,000 people. Now, Stealth G605 is not just governor of one state. He is governor of 6. South Dakota, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and Nebraska. So now we're going to add up the populations of those 6. And you see there on the screen the populations that I got on Google. I just got them straight up on Google. 775,000 for North Dakota, 895K for South Dakota, 1.96 million for Nebraska, 5.89 million for Wisconsin, 3.19 million for Iowa, and 5.7 million for Minnesota. We add them all up and we get 18.43 million, and we divide that by 70,000 people. He averages around 260 to 270 Atlas bucks a day. Again, even numbers here, and we want it to be even based on by rounding up to the nearest 20 in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and go with 260 is what he's getting on average as his expected value. Now, as far as the cities, it's going to be near impossible to extrapolate just all of the Atlas bucks from all of these. I can get the populations of all of these, but, you know, it's a little bit more wavering on whether or not participation, participation is a bit more dependent on how hot it is or if someone's made it famous over there. Like, for example, I know it got really hot. This game got really hot in the state of North Carolina in some cities, especially around the Charlotte area. Found out about the game a while back. They did a lot of advertising here. It's also really hot in California, and it's very hot in Las Vegas, so Nevada will have a much higher than average number of Atlas bucks available, especially around the Las Vegas area. So that's just an example. So I'm just going to shoot a number out of the blue here that sounds decent enough, and I'm going to say he makes about 800 Atlas bucks from all these cities, because I mean, some of these cities, he's got cities here like Omaha. I know it says here Harrisburg and Hartford, but I'm pretty sure that's another state. Minneapolis, I know that is the Minneapolis because there's St. Paul right next to it. Milwaukee, he's got Chicago, he's got Fargo, he's got Rapid City, he's got Sturgis, he's got so many. Madison, sorry about that, Arn. Sioux Falls. So he's got quite a few really big cities here, especially Chicago and Milwaukee. That would be worth quite a bit. So yeah, I think 800 Atlas bucks sounds about right. And if I'm off, I apologize, but we're just going to go with this number. Because again, we'll be here all day otherwise. So I'm going to do that. And then we will tack on the 2,500 Atlas buck presidency. And on top of the 260 plus 800, we have a grand total of 3,560 Atlas bucks a day, which is about 35.6 parcels a day. So now we're going to take those 35.6 parcels a day and we're going to multiply it by 365 days to see how many extra parcels he gets per year. Now, yes, we are going to assume he holds on to all of this. There is no guarantee that he will hold on to every single mayorship, every single governorship, and and the presidency over the next several years, but we're just going to assume that for right now, okay? And that gives us an additional 12,994 parcels a year. Now, we're going to make one more assumption here, and the assumption is the expected value of a single parcel of land based off of our probability average. And if you go way back, I have explained this, that a good rule of thumb is just assume every parcel is a rare. Because when you do the math for it, the expected average is pretty close to a rare. I think it's a little under a rare, but I think rare is a pretty decent amount. And plus, I have been undershooting and giving conservative numbers up to this point. So it's fine to do something like this and overshoot here. Plus, this way I get to use the Atlas Earth calculator one more time. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually zero all this out, because what I'm looking for is the number of rares, and I'm going to take 12,994 parcels. Now, this will tell us just how many extra money per year he is going to get, because we're already on the 2x here. And if he reinvests every single dollar and Atlas buck that he earns into this, well, I should say every single Atlas buck that he earns, we're assuming that he's cashing out the dollars. And then what we're going to see is that he will receive an additional $3,375 every single year, and this is going to be on top of the 6,200. So that means in year 1 he'll get 6,200, in year 2 he'll get 9,500, in year 3 he'll get 12,800, and so on and so forth. It's an acceleration of sorts. And now with that, we can finally answer the final question, which is the return on investment. All right, so our quadratic equation is going to be based off of a Physics 1 problem. If you remember, like one of the very first things that you learn in physics is the time it takes for a ball when, shooting up in the air or something, how long it takes to hit the ground. And we're going to be using that. And that formula is half at squared plus bt plus c equals 0. In this case, the c is going to be our starting debt. The b is going to be his starting speed of money that he is making. And a is going to be the acceleration in which he is making it. Now, we're going to be doing this based on yearly, because that is basically how we've put all of our problems on this one on. So we're going to base it yearly, all right? So his starting debt is negative $92,733.84. His starting speed that he is gaining money is $6,108.21 per year. And his acceleration is $3,375.19. Now we're going to plug those into Desmos. So I'm going to go to Desmos right now. I'm not going to do no quadratic formula. That would be insane. Let me go ahead and type this up. So it's going to be 1/2 times 3375. If you can't see this, hang on for a moment. I will move this over for you guys. There we go. 1/2 times 3375. We're going to use x as the variable squared. And then we're going to add the 0.19. And then I'm going to add his velocity, which is 61.08.21x. Then we're going to add on his starting debt. And then we are going to zoom right in, right here. Let me just bring this over here for you guys so you can see. And the number of years that he can get a rate of return, assuming everything continues as is approximately 5.82 years. Now, let's plug that in to find his rate of return. There are a couple ways that you can do this, but I think the most popular way is to do the rule of 72. So I'm going to do that and try to get a more accurate return as well and see what his rate of return is. So actually, I don't even have to do the calculations at all with the rule of 72. I actually found this return on investment calculator. I'm going to click on use length here. I'm going to say his amount invested is, well, I'm going to go ahead and just do the amount invested 1,000 and the amount returned is 2,000. Now the reason why I'm putting in double the money is because we're trying to find his total gain over that particular time, because he not only keeps the money that he has in the game, but he also gets that money back. So that's what doubling your money is about. So I'm going to add on the investment length here, which is approximately 5.8 5.821 years, calculate it, and the annualized return on investment is 12.65%. And honestly, that is not a terrible return on investment for being a president. Now, he's going to have obviously a much higher return on investment than others will because he is the president and because he gets those extra Alice Bucks boosts. Most of us are probably not going to get this rate, but being highly sought after, 12.6%, I mean, you could do a lot worse. But me personally, could I put down $90,000 on this game to get a 12% rate of return or a 13% rate of return? I mean, you have to really believe that this game's going to last out 6 years. And again, that is quite a bit of risk involved there, especially since it's not FDIC insurable or anything. I don't know if I could do it. And especially since I'm already putting money into a house as it is. Like, maybe if I had some free money that I thought, then I really believed in this game. But for the average beer money person here that's trying to just make a little bit of money, I mean, I wouldn't put any money into that, at least that much money into this. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money. More power to Stealth. Congratulations for being president. Maybe if you are a CFA, you can probably look at my numbers and tell me if I'm doing it correctly and what your recommendation would be on something like this. But yeah, other than that, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. That's the video. So like, comment, subscribe. The video, the Microsoft rewards review, is being pushed back to next week. So be sure to take a look then. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.